On the fifth, let me just walk you through this fifth floor amazing piece. Again, sky to ceiling glass. This fifth floor open air, coming out of a keynote perhaps, goes down all the way not only to the next floor, but to the bottom floor if you look through the other parts of the rafters.
We have some elected officials here, so I want to do that
This
first.
is wow.
We have Sarah Nelson, Councilperson Sarah Nelson is here in the audience. I can't see any with the lights. We also have Fred Fellman, who's a Port Commissioner here with the Port of Seattle. So hopefully, and also Tim Burgess, who is a former City Councilor and currently Director of Strategic Priorities for the City and for the Mayor. So thank you for coming tonight, everybody. So we look around here at the Frank Finneran Ballroom this evening, and as you are surrounded by the folks who are really important and part of the hospitality industry, together we are a powerful industry that has persevered over several different issues over the past few years. I want to thank a few members of our hospitality industry for just in general for all the support, especially with the convention center, both the Arch and the Summit, the restaurant, the hotels, service providers, meeting planners, decorators, and attractions. You all are part of the package that really makes us be successful. Our union partners who built this building, our neighborhood groups and city government who helped us through this whole process, and some of our neighbors actually put up with little stuff, so that's also good. Financial advisors and legal teams, real estate lobbyists, and arts and culture. So they're all part of this community for that we call the hospitality community here. So with the support, we now have one convention center and two buildings to help sell Seattle's premier destination for our client-centered guests. So let's give ourselves a round of applause for that. All of this work really deserves us to take a look at a few shout-outs. We have several folks here that we want to do that, especially close and dear to my heart is the Seattle Convention Center staff. With all the staff that's here, hopefully in attendance, some of you, if you got drinks in your hand, wave that up or just hold your hands up. We need to acknowledge you. We received this building 3 days prior to Redfin coming in on Friday the 13th, which I guess was probably apropos, right? And they've done a magnificent job of getting the summit ready, both for those events and also the team rocked it for this event tonight. So please join me in thanking our great team here at the Convention Center. We also have awesome partners here that help us with all of our events, and we couldn't do it without them. Aramark for providing all the food and beverage tonight. You have hopefully will enjoy that. LMG, who supplied all of our AV and our backdrops for all of the locations here in the building. Edlin Electric for providing all the power for all of our events and all the lighting. And Smart City, who is providing the Wi-Fi and the connectivity in the building. We couldn't do it without these major partners with us. And so hopefully if you guys will raise your hands if some of those groups that I just called out. And these folks spent time with vests and goggles and hard hats and gloves, unpacking things and setting things up over the past couple of months to get us ready for this. So please, with me, thank our partners as well. We also have a major partner with Visit Seattle, and I would like to introduce Zahor Ahmed, who's CFO and VP of RC Hadrain Company and Chair of the Visit Seattle Board. So Zahor.
Good evening, Jeff. This is truly an amazing moment for me. I remember 12 years ago, there was a meeting that took place at the Convention Center Arch in the boardroom. And the location of the meeting was such that we could see this convention station's spot at that time. And the topic of the meeting was the expansion for the convention center. And then somebody pointed at this spot. Why don't we use this for the expansion? And here we are today. Wondrous there. So, I think one thing I'm sure that most of you, if not all of you, will agree with me is that Seattle needs a lifeline right now. It has been a very long road, but I think we can all conclude as we look through this impressive building that it was well worth the wait and the time and effort it took, and perhaps this is our lifeline. Congratulations are in order to all who poured their heart, soul, and imagination in this incredible building, namely Element Architects, Clark Construction, and Lee Crutcher Lewis, Pine Street Group, Seattle Convention Center Board, my colleagues at the Visit Seattle Board, King County Executive Dow Constantine, Mayor Bruce Harrell, and I don't want to forget the Convention Center and Visit Seattle sales team member who will ensure that this building will keep the downtown vibrant for many years to come. I'm particularly excited about the positive impact this will bring to our hotel community. As leisure and business travel continues to rebound from the dark days of the bad and ugly word of pandemic, the Summit Building's opening arrives at an ideal time to increase the momentum of our recovery. The doubling of the meeting space in Seattle will bring welcome influx of conventioneers to our hotels throughout the city. This is the support that our community and workforce need after the last few years. This is also a chance to reaffirm Seattle's reputation as a city of invention where ideas become reality. The companies and associations that will utilize this building are developing technology of tomorrow, determining the public policy, conceptualizing medical treatments, and opening our eyes to new art forms. It is an honor for us to have a helping hand in these ideas to take root. In closing, I would emphasize the urgent need for our businesses, nonprofits, local government, and other communities to work hand in hand with genuine interest and commitment to make this tremendous investment a success story. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Zahor. Really appreciate those comments. I'd like to welcome to the podium Tammy Canavan, who is President and CEO of Visit Seattle, for a few remarks. So, Tammy.
So it's pretty exciting to get to share this day with you. I'm only 9 months into my tenure, and so I get to scoot in at the celebratory time. I want to give a nod to my predecessor, Mr. Tom Norwalk, who's somewhere in the room, and these lights are really bright, so I can't see you, but hopefully he's waving at you, who was instrumental along with many, many others. We're here to celebrate years and years and years of work that has taken to come to this day. There are many to acknowledge, and that's been happening kind of all day on the financing and the construction and the setup and all of that kind of stuff. I would really like to extend some special recognition to our convention and sales teams at both Visit Seattle and the Convention Center. Stand, be acknowledged. And I'll tell you why. Because when you're selling two buildings with a bunch of complicated spaces, nothing short of a game of Tetris with a lot of diplomacy inserted in that. And so to Tom and Kelly Sailing and the group that has been selling nationally, to Jeff and Michael McQuaid on the other side of things, it has been a heck of a journey. People keep saying, oh great, it's open and you can start selling now. I have news. It didn't start today. It started many years ago. And in fact, there are 46 citywide conventions between Arch and Summit and another 79 confirmed in future years. The 46 are this year. We have, through 2028, 55 citywide conventions that are already booked in Summit, 9 of which are using both buildings. The economic impact that is more than $465 million. And these confirmed citywide are in addition to all of the local and the regional events that Michael McQuaid and his team are putting into both Arch and Summit. So it's important to remember that we have both. And that's kind of the thing. We're the world's first city to have 2 downtown convention centers. They're both really different, right? Yes, celebrate, yes. And this is a beautiful building that lends itself to as much to the community surrounding it as it does to the people that are doing business with as well. I also wanted to point out that a lot of really good stuff has come from the construction of this building and things that we as a hospitality community really should know. The convention center through this process invested $93 million in community initiatives, and that includes affordable housing and pedestrian and bike paths and infrastructure and public park improvements and installations from local artists. It is a tip of the hat, not just to the convention industry, but to our community at large. The hiring practices that were exercised during the construction saw $150 million contracted to minority and women-owned businesses, and 30% of the workers hired were our neighbors from historically disadvantaged communities. That's a big deal. So while we're seeing some things transform in downtown, and that's what I'm going to call it, a transformation. Things come and go. This is an amazing catalyst, and we get to celebrate that today, together. Because to Zahor's point, this is a team sport. Filling this building and Arch and the hotels and the restaurants and everything else requires all of us. So we're delighted that you're here to celebrate with us. It's a really thrilling moment, and there's so much more to come. So I look forward, our team looks forward to working with all of you in growing the tourism economy as a team sport and welcoming our groups as a city that is built with a spirit of exploration and passion and excellence and innovation and inclusivity. Celebrate. It's a great day.
Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Zahor. In closing, we have a couple more. I want to thank a few more folks. We had many external vendors to help us with the grand opening. You can kind of see some of those listed around, who generously offered their time, their staff, and their expertise with the convention center team to really put this event on and prepare all the activities for you. I want to have a couple more thank yous. I know I'm standing between you, perhaps a drink and something to eat, so I'll try to go fast here. BBJ, Specialty Linens, Ballroom Design, Blue Wave Band, Corey Paris Photography, Court Party Rental, Fern and GES Decorators, Jacqueline Tabor Jazz and Blues, Lightsmiths, Seattle Event Decor, Seattle Marquee Lighting, and the Stephanie Porter Band. These were all the things that you kind of see in and around to really make this night special. And I want to give a big, huge shout out to our event management team who really put all this together, really kept us, and Shelley kept everybody on track. And that was Tolo Events and Green Ravina. So if we could give everybody a big round of applause for that. And again, I just want to say thank you very much. It has been a long journey, but as you can see, I hope it's been well worth the journey. So we're excited about moving forward and starting to sell the city with the 2 facilities. So please stay, enjoy yourself, and have a great time. Thank you very much.
All right, this is John Chen after the keynote came up. Looks like band is coming back. And it is cool that there's so many years in the making for this place, and definitely this place here, this room, is all hallmark. I hope you enjoyed this live stream and this little sneak peek. Come to Seattle and plan a big